This is the new Petsafe Healthy Pet Simply Feed automatic pet feeder that I purchased from Amazon. It was $99.95, I think, like around there. It was just about $100, which is cheaper than what I originally paid for it 4 years ago. So this is the second one that I've purchased. And let me show you the first one.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the Lucky Ferals.
This is the first automatic feeder that I bought in September of 2016 for Stella, Splash, Simba, and Boo when they were living outside. And I was going away for a few weeks, and I figured, well, this could feed them twice a day while I was away. And I think Grandma and Grandpa came over a few times to make sure it was filled up and there's plenty of food and everything. So this has been running non-stop since then. It will be 4 years next month. So it's been running for nearly 4 years non-stop, no problems until recently. And I've only changed the batteries in it once. So I think that's really, really good. I paid $129 for it 4 years ago. So the price has actually come down about $30. So if we take $129 plus tax and we do the math, it ends up being about $35 a year for the feeder, which isn't bad. That's about $3 a month for an automatic feeder to feed the cats. It would be nice if it lasted longer than it did, but I'm happy with the amount of service that I got out of it. And I would definitely recommend the same unit for anyone looking for an automatic feeder. So here's my new one in the box, and here's the old one that's like a mess right now. So I'm really looking forward to getting the new one set up and putting it in the housing that I have for it, and then putting it to work. Here's what it looks like in the box. For some reason, this box was really hard to open. I had to get a box cutter and cut all around the edges. So it looks like it's pretty much fully assembled. And there we have it. It comes out in one big piece. And there they are next to each other, the old one and the new one. The new one is so nice and clean. It also comes with an operating guide and an icon quick guide. And I will be using these because I forget how to initially set it up and set the time and everything. So let's see what we have inside. Here's the bowl. It comes with this stainless steel bowl, and then it has this outer ring that attaches to the unit. Then here's the unit itself, and the top hopper part comes out, and we can see the conveyor belt inside, and that is securely in place, so it looks like this is good to go. Let's take a look at this versus the old one. This is the difference between the new one and the old one. The new one's on the left, the old one's on the right. The color of the conveyor belt is completely different. I don't know if that is how the plastic has aged over 4 years, or if the conveyor belt was originally a different color. But that's the only difference I noticed. Everything else looks exactly the same. The battery compartments are located on the bottom, and the batteries in the old one are fairly new. When I was trying to fix it, it said that the battery level was completely full. So I'm just going to take the batteries out, wipe them off a little bit, and put them in the new one. Let's program this for initial use. So I've washed out the stainless steel bowl, and I've also removed this part, and I've washed this. And now we're going to program the unit. Okay, so we're going to set the time. It says after powering feeder, the LCD will show a blinking 12 for time format setup. Use up or down buttons to scroll to select 12-hour or 24-hour format. Press right button to set time. Okay, so we want 12-hour. We'll press the right button. Now I'm going to use the up or down buttons to scroll through the time. Right now it's on AM. Now it's on PM, and I want PM. I'm not sure what time it is, so I'm going to run inside and look at the time. It is exactly 5 p.m., which is pretty scary because I don't know where this day went. Okay, so I'm using up or down arrows. Got that set. I'm going to use a right arrow to advance. It says dog. It's blinking dog. I don't want dog. User, cat, dog. I want user because I am going to custom set what I want it to feed. And now, right now, this number 1 is blinking, and that is the first feeding. So I'm gonna hit the right arrow, and then this will be the time. So we'll have this go off at 7 a.m., which is what it is at. And then I don't want to do 2 cups. I'm gonna take this down to, I think I had it at 5/8 of a cup. I'm gonna hit the right arrow. Now I'm up at number 1. I'm gonna change that to number 2 with the up arrow. Now I'm on number 2, and the next feeding is set for 5 p.m. I think I'm gonna change that to 6 p.m. because it's not getting dark right now until like after 8. So I think that's better for the cats. And again, it's 2 cups, so I'm gonna take that down to, I think it was 5/8 of a cup. A little more than half of a cup. It's summertime, so they don't eat much because they do a lot of hunting also. And that's it. And I believe I just press this middle button and I hold it down. And there we go. Now it's set. And the next feeding will be at 6 p.m. and it'll be 5/8 of a cup. So during the winter, I do increase that. I think I use a cup. I think last year I did a cup in the morning and a cup in the evening. And I like to do it after the sun comes up in the morning and before the sun goes down at night. So as the length of the days change, I will reprogram this to reflect that. So as we get into the winter months, it will feed them earlier. It'll feed like 4 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. and I'll probably adjust the morning feeding accordingly also, although that one doesn't change as much. So that's that. This is ready to go. All I need to do is fill it up with food and then put it in the housing that I have for it, and then attach the stainless steel bowl. Get my binder clips to hold the bowl on so the raccoons don't walk off with the bowl, which is what they will do. And then I'm good to go. If you have not seen any of the previous feeder setup videos on this channel, I keep it in this doghouse, which has been converted for the purpose of housing an automatic feeder for the feral cats. And the top is removable. I got this doghouse on clearance at the Christmas tree shop. It was like $49, which is a great deal. And the top is supposed to be attached to the walls, but I wanted it so that it was removable. So we put a framework underneath the roof, and we made it so that it can just be pulled off the top. So there's the roof. That is how it comes off. And then this is what is under it. So it is a piece of insulation. I don't know if you can see that. It's the shiny piece, that's the insulation, a piece of plywood, and then a large brick on top. So if the raccoons get in and try to get into the feeder, it stops them from kind of pushing their way in from the top. And then this is how it's set up below that. So there is this big blue tub. It's like a recycled tub. I got it at Lowe's. I think it was like $10 or $8 or something. And there's a bunch of bricks in it because this is where the feeder fits. Feeder fits in here, and the bricks are on the side to hold everything down, and also so the raccoons can't move anything around. And there's an opening here, and that is where the bowl will be attached. The bowl will be attached from the other side. It'll click up and in and be held in place. And that's how it fits in there. And some people get worried that the cats don't have any food because the raccoons will eat all the food. And the reason why it's set up this way is so that the raccoons don't get to the food. So this dispenses breakfast for the cats, and it also dispenses dinner for the cats. And the only thing that the raccoons can get to is anything that's left over from dinner. Raccoons usually come around in the evening, at night, once it gets dark, and all the food inside of this feeder is protected except for what has been dispensed into the bowl. And sometimes the raccoons can put their paws up into this feeder to like the conveyor belt area and get a little bit of what's there. But so far, that's all that they've gotten. They haven't gotten anything more than that. And this is the old bowl from the old feeder. It's really well worn at this point. It gets washed about once a month. When I'm out here scrubbing out litter boxes, I'll also wash this out. And it's held onto the plastic frame with all these binder clips and nuts, so the raccoons don't remove the bowl, which they will. And you know, it just stays there, which is what we want. And this is what it looks like with the bowl attached and all the binder clips on. So I'm gonna put the roof back on this and we should be good to go. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.